Hey everyone, so we just got a package and I'm really excited about it. We ordered from the alternative laundry company, and we got a spin dryer. So we're really excited because this is probably going to save us 80 to 100 bucks a month. However, I'm a little disappointed. It came with styrofoam in here, and it was really difficult to get out, so now it's everywhere. It's all over the place. So I'm not quite sure how to thoroughly get that out before I actually use it. And it came with an extra foot on the bottom. It's just an extra one. These instructions, which are okay, but it came with this bar. I have no idea what this bar is for. It doesn't say anywhere in the instructions. And I know what this little thing's for, it's the top. But how annoying is it that all this styrofoam is in there? And there's little holes in there on the bottom, can you see? To where the styrofoam could possibly fall through in there and like affect the machine, which totally stinks. So I'm gonna have to figure out some way to get that out. But another issue we're having is, where the heck are we gonna put this thing? Crazy enough, that is way bigger than I thought it was. Like way bigger. So this is, I did not clean up at all. This is just how it is. That is our covering for the toilet. That's our dirty clothes. That's our washer. All these closets are filled. That's really the only spot, except for the boys constantly get in and out of their drawers, because that's their drawers. Z, are you playing a tune? Okay, whatever. Anyways, there could possibly be room right over here, but that's where the heater is. Yeah? And so I'm not really sure. Oh, and that's where his diapers were. We have books up there now. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, I have no idea where the heck I'm gonna put this thing, or how I'm gonna clean it. I guess I really should have taken into consideration the measurements of this thing, but it really is just gonna save us so much money. Also, another thing, it does not come with the bucket, folks. On every video that I've watched on YouTube and every review, it has come with the bucket. This one in specific came with the bucket. That's why I bought it. So now I have to do that. I have to get a bucket, which stinks because I was hoping that it came with one, but whatever. Minimal problem. Problem right now is the space, and what the heck to do with this bar thingamajigger. So, yep, exciting. I will update you guys on that. Okay, so the kids are asleep and I could not wait to start trying my spin dryer. So I am going to do a load of laundry right now, even though my husband doesn't want me to do all of it. I am just gonna try to do one load and see how the dryer works. I ended up getting that the inside of this clean. Actually, I don't even know if you can see that, but I pretty much picked it out by hand and swiped what I could down with a wet paper towel, and yeah, it was just annoying. But I don't know who or why they would put that stuff in there, but it's annoying. So I am going to use my awesome Wonder Wash, and there's the dirty clothes, and there's the spin dryer. So I would have set this up by the sink up here, but there's not really too much room, and I want to make sure I'm not bumping anything while I crank it. And I actually have never done laundry out here. I always do it in the bathroom, but the boys are asleep in there, so we'll see how it goes out here. Okay, so with the Wonder Wash, if anyone has this, you're wanting to fill up the water. Actually, I have a half of teaspoon of soap in here, and then I just filled it up with water, and then I put my clothes in there. So you want it about an inch or so above the clothes, and so you just put on the lid and then there's going to be a lot of pressure in there. So it gets really tight. And then,
wow.
Okay, so I hope everyone had a good laugh. I know that I did, and the only thing my husband said was, wow. So a lesson learned on that. Use both hands whenever you're tightening this. I did have this screwed all the way down, except for the lid wasn't twisted. So whenever you put the Wonder Wash lid on, it has to twist to be under these bad boys. So twist the lid and then screw the lid on all the way till it's really tight. Really tight. And then make sure it won't come off, because we don't want what happened to me to happen to you. So I don't plan on editing that part out, so I really hope you guys learn from me. But okay, moment of truth. Let's see, I'm just gonna double check this again just to make sure. So okay, it's good, it's good, it's good. So we're just gonna do this for like, I think it said like 90 rotations. So like I said, I usually do this in my bathtub so that I can easily drain it, because it's pretty heavy to take over to my sink. Even though it's one step, it is still pretty heavy. So I am going to just wash this. You guys don't need to watch all that. Okay, so I have done about 90 rotations. Then you stick this bad boy in here. The water starts coming out, but there's so much pressure in there that it's not all gonna flow out until you take the lid off. So I like the Wonder Wash, but my only complaint is these legs right here are incredibly flimsy. You'd think that they would come up with a sturdier product than that, at least for the legs. The actual barrel is really good. So, and then you'll see the flow of that. Let's see if we can, yeah, see how dirty that is? You can see, you can't really see through it, so, but it's really dirty. That's dirty water. But, yep, just drain this all the way. This does not get a lot of the water out, if you can see in here. I don't even know if you can see that. Probably not. But it leaves a lot of water at the bottom, which I had to always wring out with my hands before, and it would hurt really bad. Like my wrists and my hands would actually hurt for a couple days after that. So I hadn't really used it too much since then, and just kind of stuck to using the machines at the campgrounds, because it really hurt my hands to wring them out. But since we have the spin dryer, I'm hoping it works pretty well, so that we don't have to use the laundry place at all here. That would be ideal. So we'll see how that goes. I had seen, and I have been told, that you can just put sopping wet clothes into the Nina spin dryer. So I'm hoping that's the case, because I don't want to wring anything out, or else that would defeat the purpose of me getting that. So we'll see how it goes. I still have not figured out what this piece is for. So if any of you guys know what this is for that came with the spin dryer, let me know, because I mean, the directions is just one page and it doesn't say anything about that bar at all. So we'll see. I'm still really upset that it doesn't come with a stinking bowl, but it's okay. Okay, so I took the little drain out of the side out while it was still just dripping, and I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, these are still sopping wet. Like, I don't know if you can see, they're still pretty soaked. So I did lay a towel down here so I didn't have to clean up even more of a mess, but I'm just gonna throw them all in here soaking wet, and hopefully it'll do the job. So I don't know. There's so much water at the bottom of this stuff. Man. Now it did say that when you put it in here to pack it on the sides so that when it spins it's not a big clump. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so you can see that I've packed it and water's already starting to come out and it's not even plugged in. But this little pink thing is supposed to go inside the little drum. So I guess you have to contort it until it fits inside. So it says to place on level ground. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the ground. Alrighty, so it's on the ground, and the instructions say that when you close the lid completely, then you can plug it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. It's a 3-prong outlet, and then it should start automatically, which it is. And oh dear, that shakes way more. Alright, am I not focused? Holy moly, that thing's shaking a lot. Okay. It's like it's raining. Oh my gosh, that bucket's not big enough. So I did pause the video and then change out the bucket because almost overflowed. That's a whole lot of water. I guess that kind of explains why it takes so stinking long for your clothes to dry in a dryer. I know that these weren't wrung out or anything, but I know that even when I take them out of a regular washer, they're still pretty damp. Now it's down to just a little bit. Gosh, I am so annoyed that this did not come with the cute little pink bucket that everyone else's did. But that shook a whole lot whenever it started. And if you can see that little white dot, that's styrofoam. And in the first batch of water that I dumped, there was a lot of it, so clearly some did get through those holes, and hopefully didn't mess anything up, because that would suck. But you're supposed to let it go until no more water is dripping, or just very little water is dripping. But it's still got a pretty steady stream right now. So hopefully it works well. So now it's just dripping. I don't know if you can see that right here. It's just got a few drips of water, but I don't think you should let it go for more than like 5 minutes or so. This is from what I've heard on other videos that have done this. So I think we'll go ahead and open it, or stop it and then open it. It's really, really, really quiet right now. But when I first started it, it did startle me because it rocked a lot. So, but it is super, super quiet. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it. And then let it come to a complete stop before you open it is what the directions say. So I'm going to let it, I can see it spinning in there, you guys probably can't, but as soon as it stops spinning, I'll see how well it worked, and I'll let my husband see with his opinion how well it worked. So that takes a while to stop spinning. But okay, so now take this out. And these are my son's pants. So actually they're like almost dry. So let me see if I can find. This is cotton. So, sweetie, how do you feel about that?
I'd wear them.
You would wear them?
I mean, they're damp. You know, they're like, if you put them in the dryer and take them out too quick. But I'd say about 5-10 minutes in the dryer, they should be good.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it did a good job. What do you think of how it did? What do you think of how it dried?
Really quick. I don't know how much you put in there, but it's quick.
A full load, I filled it to the top.
Thumbs up.
So the whole load seems to be almost dry. So I bet just if I decided to put it in a dryer for like 10 minutes, then it would be completely dry. And if I hung it around in the RV for maybe an hour or so, maybe 2, then it would be completely dry. Probably an hour, because they really are just slightly damp. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you learned something, like how to lock the lid on the Wonder Wash.